Hey guys and gals, we're back again. Been a while. Didn't have a sword, injuries, life, work, etc., etc. All that usual bullshit excuses people come up with. Or, not really bullshit, but whatever. So, I lost all my notes because they got destroyed when the cats just started to knock over my tea and pretty much ruin a notebook. So I only have about half of them left over of videos I had planned out. So, kind of having to shift where I wanted to be, but it's going to work out. Also, got a bit of a nasty shot in sparring last night in the hand, so give me a little trouble, so bear with me. So, we're going to go on about hanging. And ways to get to hanging better versus just being here and doing this or this. While still useful, there's other ways. Part of this comes from Sean Franklin and RJ, so note that. I always like to make sure credit goes out to where I get the concepts or how I started to establish and then make it into my own. So, first one we're going to do is going into pretty much hanging and then hanging orts. And how do we make these happen? So we're going to do cutting into this process. Okay? So, oh Josh, how do we do that? Well, this works. Amazing, right? It's all about those lines. So from here we're going to start in our standard vom Tag. We are going to cut a Zwerch with our cross step, stepping just off the line, in which case we will end up into this hanging type position. If they've thrown a cut down, boom, you've locked it. From here, you're going to take your left foot, you're going to cut the Zwerch to where you come back into this nice position with your hand still in front of your chest, point down, hand up, and you'll either hit into the torso here, or you're lined up, extend arms, step in, and thrust it. Right? It's a fairly simple maneuver. I'll try and make sure I stay in frame. My phone overheated on the first one, so that was great. So from here, boom, boom, boom. Right? So from here, one more over. In stance proper. Boom, boom. Alright, so to show you how to build it up in layers on your pelt. Alright, so first one we're going to do is we're just going to stand already facing, right legs forward, on the shoulder, those work. Okay? Just going to be doing this action. Also gets you good Zwerch practice to transfer into that thumb grip. Okay? So do that about 5 to 10 times. From there, we'll make it to where there's a step to it. You stay in the center, and you're cross-stepping. A notion to have your cutting mechanics and a little bit of how this momentum will work is you really want that sword to be kind of hitting before you're fully planted in some senses. Mostly because I'm not really counting on this to actually cut, like hit my opponent. If it does, phenomenal. But in reality, I'm trying to be a protective motion. They're sitting here being patient waiting. I am being tactful and being, hey, I'm throwing at you, deal with it. Oh, you blocked. Cool, I'm taking that. I'm going to stab you in the guts. Yeah, just stir it all up. So, yeah, y'all learning a little darker sides of Josh. It's great. All right, so again, we've already done from there, so we're going to make the step. That hurt like a motherfucker. From here, okay. So once we felt pretty good with that, we'll take a slight step back where we're a little bit more out of measure. Right? There's also like a car right here you can't see off frame, so like I'm having to play with a lot of different things. It's kind of a bit of a nightmare around here today. So I'll be here, checking that distance to make it happen. And I generally like to think about with my cut, where I would be ending up just barely in range, right? Because I have shorter arms, I'm going to be working and stuff, my arms are shorter, my range is shorter, blah, blah, blah. So from here, cross to here, second step base, and I'll be hitting into that lower quadrant with that Zwerch. Okay? So a few more rounds to show it. Boom. So on a notion of this that I really like is how much it actually engages your hips to work and to do things, right? Because you are going from here to here. You have to swing those hips and interlocking. In a weird sense, you can't be here and on, and then you're all off balance, so you really have to make that action kind of happen. Since I've been playing with this more, I get about a 65% rate that I'll hit with it. Most times I clear the center and I have a line for thrust. I'm just not as fast in making that next step. Part of why we have this video and these drills, right? Get better. So, last phase of how we're going to do this is to get the whole 3 combo, right? It's boom, boom, boom. Right? So, again, there's a car here. Forgive me. Some distances might be off. I might be a little out of frame. So from here, boom. I've done this work, they parried. I throw the interest work to deal with the next movement. Oh, I didn't hit, but I'm covered. Stab. Okay? Go through it a few more times. More. So, that's going to be our first piece, just working on these 2 things. So, hope it helps.